The final broadcast. It was late at night, and Sarah was alone in her apartment, flipping through radio stations, searching for something to distract her from the unsettling silence. Static crackled through the speakers, mingled with faint whispers that sent chills down her spine. Just as she was about to turn the radio off, a clear voice cut through the noise. "Good evening," the voice said, smooth and unsettling. "You've tuned in to our final broadcast." Sarah paused, her finger hovering over the dial. There was something about the voice that compelled her to listen. It was familiar, yet she couldn't place it. The tone was calm, almost hypnotic. "Tonight, we bring you the story of someone listening to this very broadcast. Alone, in the dark, they search for a distraction, unaware of the eyes watching them from the shadows." Sarah's breath caught in her throat. The description was eerily specific, matching her situation exactly. She glanced around her dimly lit apartment, suddenly feeling exposed. "The listener is unsettled," the voice continued, "because deep down, they know they're not alone. They sense it, don't they? The presence lingering just beyond the edge of their vision, waiting for the perfect moment." Sarah's heart pounded. She turned off the radio, but the voice continued, now coming from every speaker in her home, as if it were inside her mind. They try to ignore it, but the feeling grows stronger, a coldness creeping up their spine, the hair on their neck standing on end. They can hear the softest of breaths, almost like a whisper, but when they turn around, nothing. Sarah's eyes darted around the room, wide with fear. She could almost feel the icy breath on the back of her neck. She wanted to run, but something kept her frozen in place. Their pulse quickens, panic setting in. They know they should leave, but they can't. They're trapped, held by an unseen force. And then, in the silence, they hear it. A soft knock echoed through Sarah's apartment, barely audible, but unmistakable. Her heart skipped a beat. It came from the door she'd locked hours ago. "The knock," the voice continued, "is the final warning, the last chance to turn back before the unknown reveals itself. But they don't move. They never do." Sarah felt tears welling up in her eyes as the fear gripped her. She knew she should run, scream, do something, anything, but she couldn't. And so, they wait, the voice whispered, now barely more than a breath. They wait as the door creaks open, ever so slowly. They wait as the darkness spills into the room, consuming everything in its path. And they wait as they feel the cold, clammy hand close around their wrist. Sarah gasped, jerking her hand away as if she'd felt something. She scrambled to her feet, backing away from the door that now seemed to loom larger than life. "Because it's already too late," the voice concluded, just as the door swung open with a deafening creak. The room was empty, the hallway beyond, pitch black. But Sarah knew she wasn't alone. She could feel the presence, inching closer, no longer hiding. She wanted to scream, to run, but the sound never came. She stood frozen, eyes wide with terror, as the darkness enveloped her. The radio crackled one last time, before the voice whispered its final words. "Good night, Sarah, and sweet dreams." And then there was silence.